Imagine a country with 1.4 billion people. Now imagine an aging population rapidly increasing the demand for healthcare, all while facing a massive shortage of qualified doctors in rural areas. This isn't a hypothetical scenario. This is the reality of China today. It's a massive challenge. But where there is massive challenge, there is often massive innovation. Today, China has become perhaps the world's largest petri dish for integrating artificial intelligence into real-world medical practice. They aren't just talking about the future of medicine. In many ways, they are already beta testing it on a massive scale. From algorithms that read lung scans faster than any human radiologist to virtual doctors living in your smartphone, we're diving deep into how AI is reshaping Chinese hospitals and the medical field. Is it hype, or is it a healthcare revolution? Let's find out. The first and currently the most mature area of AI in Chinese medicine is medical imaging diagnostics. This is the low-hanging fruit. Why? Because China has enormous data sets. Think about it. A top-tier hospital in Shanghai or Beijing might see thousands of patients a day. Every CT scan, X-ray, and MRI generates data. Over the last decade, Chinese tech giants and startups have used millions of these anonymized images to train deep learning algorithms. The result? AI that acts as a superpowered assistant to radiologists. Take lung cancer screening, for example. It's crucial in China due to high smoking rates. Companies like InforVision or AirDoc have deployed AI systems in hundreds of hospitals. These systems don't replace the doctor. Instead, they pre-scan the images in seconds, highlighting suspicious nodules or signs of things like diabetic retinopathy in eye scans. Before AI, a doctor might spend 15 minutes scrutinizing a complex scan. Now, the AI flags the potential problem areas instantly. The doctor verifies the AI's findings, cutting the diagnosis time dramatically and, crucially, reducing human error caused by fatigue. When you have a line of 200 patients waiting, that speed isn't just convenient, it's life-saving. But diagnostics is just one piece of the puzzle. The biggest issue in Chinese healthcare is the imbalance. The best doctors and equipment are concentrated in Tier 1 cities. If you live in a rural village, seeing a specialist is incredibly difficult. This is where AI acts as a virtual bridge, powered by the massive adoption of smartphones and 5G. Enter the era of the AI triage chatbot. Platforms like Ping An Good Doctor or WeDoctor are used by millions. When a patient feels sick, they don't immediately rush to the ER. They open an app. An AI-powered chatbot asks them a series of structured questions about their symptoms, acting like a preliminary triage nurse. Based on the answers, the AI suggests potential conditions and, more importantly, directs the patient to the right type of specialist for a video consultation. It filters out the noise. It stops someone with a mild cold from clogging up an emergency room queue and ensures the person with early cardiac symptoms gets to a cardiologist fast. Inside the hospital, AI is tackling bureaucracy. Natural language processing is used to listen to doctor-patient conversations and automatically generate medical notes, freeing up doctors to actually look at their patients instead of their keyboards. We're even seeing robotic pharmacies where AI manages inventory and dispenses prescriptions with near-zero error rates. So, we have better diagnostics and better access. What about better treatments? This brings us to the bleeding edge: AI in drug discovery and precision medicine. Developing a new drug traditionally takes over a decade and costs billions of dollars. It's a game of trial and error. AI is changing the rules of that game. Chinese tech giants like Baidu and Tencent have jumped into this space, building AI platforms similar to DeepMind's AlphaFold. They are using generative AI to predict how different molecules will interact with targets in the body, simulating billions of chemical reactions virtually before ever stepping into a wet lab. This speeds up the initial phase of drug discovery from years to mere months. Furthermore, China is heavily focused on precision medicine, tailoring treatment to your specific genetic makeup. By combining vast genomic databases with clinical data, AI models are beginning to identify which cancer treatments will work best for specific groups of patients, moving away from the one-size-fits-all approach. Now, if this all sounds too good to be true, it's because we're painting a rosy picture. The reality on the ground is much more complicated. China's AI medical revolution faces significant hurdles. First, there's the data problem. While China has a lot of data, it's often trapped in silos. Hospital A uses a different system than Hospital B, and they don't always want to share. Getting high-quality standardized data across the whole country to train these AI models is an ongoing nightmare. Then there's regulation. The Chinese equivalent of the FDA, the National Medical Products Administration, or NMPA, is being very cautious. Approving an AI as a medical device is a slow, complex process. They need to ensure that an algorithm won't suddenly hallucinate a diagnosis and harm a patient. And finally, the black box problem. Deep learning models are incredibly complex. Often, even their creators don't fully understand how the AI arrived at a specific diagnosis. How can a doctor trust an AI's recommendation if the AI can't explain its reasoning? Building trust between doctors, patients, and algorithms is the biggest hurdle of all. So, what's the verdict on AI in Chinese healthcare? It is not a magic bullet that has solved all their problems overnight. But it is also undeniable that China is moving faster and with more aggressive government backing in this sector than anywhere else on Earth. The future of medicine in China, and likely the world, isn't robot doctors. It's Centaur medicine, human doctors augmented by powerful AI tools, allowing them to see more, work faster, and reach further than ever before. The experiment is still running, and the whole world should be watching the results. Thanks for watching. If you found this dive into medical tech fascinating, hit that like button and subscribe for more stories on how technology is reshaping our future. Let me know in the comments, would you trust an AI with your initial diagnosis? See you next time.